Stay free with me, Russell Brand.
Is Ron DeSantis the future of the Republican Party? Is Ron DeSantis the Republican Party post-Trump? And is the Republican Party ready, and does it even want to, let go of Trump? And in a cultural and political space that's continuing to atrophy, when the Democrats have got a tottering cadaver as a leader and are reaching back to Obama instead of looking to the future, is DeSantis the future of American politics? Well, you know, I don't know what you lot think. Let me know in the chat. But I'll tell you who does think that they're the future of American politics. Ron DeSantis, or Ron DeSanctimonious, as Trump calls him. Let's have a look at his latest campaign video.
And on the 8th day, God looked down on his planned paradise and said, I need a protector. So God made a fighter.
Is it like a joke to say that? To say that he's the guy on the 8th day?
I don't know.
Because you can't say that they were. Firstly, they're in an 8th day.
No,
that's actually, ironically, that's sacrilegious to suggest that the whole template of all scriptural study was wrong. That's blasphemous to
that's
say
the first
that.
mistake.
Right, what you've done there is you've offended the Christians.
God said, I need somebody willing to get up before dawn.
Is that him talking?
No, I don't think so.
Someone else saying that. And also, is it a bit of a joke?
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's a bit of a joke. And what he's saying there, that's presidential, isn't it? He's saying, look, you know, that's a great haircut, lovely teeth, young
Beautiful
family. Yeah, okay. So far, what's being suggested is this is a person being groomed for more than simply governor of Florida.
Absolutely.
But at the moment, is this for anything other than governor of Florida?
No.
Is he saying?
No, there's no announcement yet.
When they're doing those polls, best polls ever.
Yeah.
Like they say, like they're just speculative.
Yes.
Like it wouldn't be Liz Cheney.
No, absolutely not.
What do I think it's a bit? Oh, she's a good leader. When I used to read her stories, she was fearless.
Liz is fearless.
Like
Mike Pence.
Mike Pence, no, Mike Pence doing better than I expected. But like Ron DeSantis, like is this the future? I know a lot of you guys, like him, but let's see why.
His family goodbye. Travel thousands of miles for no other reason than to serve the people. To save their jobs, their livelihoods, their liberty, their happiness.
I sort of like what he's doing in that. And I'm just very affected by this kind of propaganda, aren't you?
You just like a promo, basically.
I like promo. Like, I nearly bought a Coke when I saw they were sponsoring COP27, even though they're the world's biggest polluters. Oh, yeah, no, I like Coke. They're the world's biggest polluters, and they're sponsoring an anti-pollution event. Delicious, though, isn't it? Makes you feel upbeat. I'm feeling younger by the second. Yeah, I'm very susceptible to propaganda. Too susceptible. Yeah. That's why I like Ron DeSantis.
So God made a fighter. God said, I need...
Keep talking about like God's direct involvement in Ron DeSantis.
It's curious, isn't it?
Like, imagine saying that about yourself. Like, maybe you like Ron DeSantis, and I'm not saying you shouldn't. I don't mind what you believe politically. I love you. But, like, saying God's... like, God is... If you believe in God, you would say God encompasses all reality, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. So he created everything. That's all cool. But he's
specifically created Ron DeSantis.
Like, he took a bit of extra time.
Yeah.
Okay, there's the
We're
Amazon.
Gonna need someone a bit like Trump.
Done Saturn, done Mercury. But a bit like Trump now, but maybe a bit less Trumpy. But still Trumpish, but not quite so Trumpy. Yeah. It's DeSantis. It's going to take a whole extra day, and I'm going to have to mess with my accepted conditions of what a calendar is. But it's going to be worth it when I get DeSantis.
God made a fighter. God said, I need someone to be strong, advocate truth in the midst of hysteria, someone who challenges conventional wisdom and isn't afraid to defend what he knows to be right and just. So God made a fighter. God said, I need somebody who will take the arrows, stand firm in the wake of unrelenting attacks, look a mother in the eyes and tell her that her child will be in school.
Your child will be in school. Your child will be... That's less intense than the other thing, because that's where they sort of should be. I know it's probably a reference to something that went on... Right.
That her child will be in school.
Is it, at the end of this, we say, I'm Ron DeSantis and I approve this message? Because, like, honestly, no matter what my agenda, if someone showed me, like, this video and it was about me, I'd go...
It's too much.
It's too much. Even though...
Few less gods?
I can't claim that God was so directly involved in me looking a mum in the eyes and saying, I will keep that school open. It seems like I'm too into myself.
Yeah.
It lacks the essential value of humility. So I love what you've done, and I'm actually very flattered by this. If they showed me a work do, if like, say, if you went
Sure.
for your birthday, Russell.
Is this you telling me basically
Yes.
to make one of these?
Will you make one of these
I thought
for
it
me?
was.
I'm going to pretend not to approve it, but then I will post it. It'll be up and down all of our platforms. On the 9th day, after he'd done quite a lot of work on Ron DeSantis, God created Russell Brand with some bits he didn't need for Ron DeSantis, actually.
Yeah.
He was a British guy, so he had unusual sort of teeth and face, and he's a bit narcissistic, but he was trying his best. God's really done... He's trying. Look, he put a lot of effort into Ron DeSantis. Here's the Russell on the 9th day. No extra cost. We're going to put him in with, if you get Ron DeSantis, Russell's coming for free.
He looked people in the eye, and actually too much in the eye. It's pretty intense, his stare in the eye.
I actually, as God, made a mistake with the eye contact thing. I should have given him a squint or an eye patch or something, or, I don't know, some way of not looking in people's eyes quite so much. It's annoying.
Keep her job, go to church, eat dinner with friends, and hold the hand of an aging parent.
They're all things that anyone could do.
Yeah.
Eat dinner with friends, hold hands. I know it's also a reference to the pandemic and stuff. But it's curious in retrospect to politicise that as something that God would have to invest someone with.
Yeah.
And put your shoes on one at a time. Sit with your back straight. Order a Slurpee. Look off into the distance. Question what it's all about. Is that a seagull? I like seagulls. All on the 8th day.
I like the way he says aging relative, like as if some of the relatives aren't aging.
These young relatives of mine, they're going to have to get by without a handhold. Perhaps a playful punch in the arm, as is the custom for a younger relative.
So God made a fighter. God said, I need a family man. A man who would laugh and then sigh.
It's getting too specific. He's a family man. He's a family man who laughs then sighs. What's the matter, Ron? You were fine literally a second ago.
Well, I don't know. I was thinking some pretty pleasurable stuff, and then I realized I'm going to die one day because of the aging relative and stuff.
It's a weird laugh. It's
Too much.
too specific.
And then reply with smiling eyes.
Now,
Actually, we do need the Russell Brand after all.
Get Russell Brand. Actually, the stuff I did on the 9th day, it initially looked like a mistake, but compared to some of this laughing, sighing, monomaniacal mood swing shit that Ron's doing, let's give Russell another chance.
She wants to spend her life doing what Dad does.
Touch you on the hand, go to the hospital, stand up for justice.
I mean, look, I'm not anti-Ron DeSantis, by the way, and for all we know, he hadn't have anything to do with the construction of that, but I feel like he maybe signed it off.
Yeah, I think it's from his campaign team.
Right, campaign team sat Ron down, going, look, we've made this, Ron, and Ron didn't go, stop.
Yeah, imagine getting sign-off. Do you like it, Ron?
So is that a yes? So Ron, I'm going to take that as you
confused, Ron.
You like it? Is that a happy sigh? The laugh, was that a maniac's laugh or a laugh of approval? Stop smiling with the eyes, Ron. Ron, what are the thumbs? No, Ron, I wanted a unilateral president, a man who was certain, not a man who's smiling, laughing, sighing with his eyes.
He sighed with his eyes. He twitched in the ear. Then he did a grin with the tip of his dick. Ron DeSantis.
So God made a fighter.
He's fighting a variety of mad impulses. It must be exhausting. Never stop fighting freedom. Never.
No.
What about when you've got it?
Keep on. You could get some more freedom.
Also, look at the bottom. Paid by Ron DeSantis. So he actually,
Right.
not only was he involved, he actually said, right, Ron, do you like this video? I do. So is that a yes? So are you willing to pay?
Yes, I am.
He wrote a check.
No, I'm not.
No, I won't give you a single penny. But Ron, you're writing a check. I don't like it. I think it's too grandiose, and I think it makes it look like I think I was sent here by God on an extra day.
I love it. There you go.
Here's your check. See you next week. I'll see you next week on Octo Day, which is between Sunday and Monday, a new day that was created just for me. So that's Ron DeSantis right there, a man who's happy signing that off. I'm not
anti-Ron DeSantis. I'm not like Trump calling him Ron DeSanctimonious, although after that it does seem like a nickname that might stick.
Watch entire episodes on demand for free at rumble.com/Russell Brand.